Happy Sunday, guys. It's live. We are live. This is the live Sunday comic show-off show. This is Eric with SideQuest Comics. Welcome in, guys. Yeah, I am excited to do my live show this month. This month flew by really fast. I'm happy to do this. I always have fun doing these. I mean, the big reason I started this is to show off more cool stuff that I find. But I got some cool guests tonight. And before I bring any of them in, let's do some business real quick. If you haven't yet, please smash that button, like, subscribe, comment. What was your favorite comic tonight? I love reading your guys' comments. I try to respond to every single one. I think that's an appropriate thing to do. And, you guys are giving me your time and commenting about stuff, whether it's, you hated it or you loved it. I appreciate all the feedback. And also, please smash that. Well, I just did this one. Why do I got two of these? This is the one I wanted. Also, check me out on Instagram at SideQuest Comics. Drop me a line at SideQuestComicsmail@gmail.com. If you have any questions, hey, where'd you find that one type of thing? Or what was that comic number? When did it come out? I will be more than happy to let you know. And on Instagram, I'm always posting different theme posts during the week. So, yeah, check me out there if you haven't yet. And speaking of checking out different websites, internet, all that kind of jazz, make sure you guys check out my guest. So speaking of guests, let's jump into guests because I'm excited to get them going. I'm starting to ramble as usual. And let's go with my first guest. Let's see. I'm going to bring out a guy that I think I met online through claim sales. I think it's the first time. Let's bring him on. This is Matt at Impressed Comics. Hi, Matt. I think I'm saying we met online through Fighting for Comics at Cheddar.
Yeah, I think lots of Cheddar disappointment between one of us over the course of many months and G.I. Joe issues and stuff.
Yeah. And then, funny enough, the next person that I'm bringing in is kind of the same thing. So the next guest is
you have a pattern
at Big Nasty Comics. So yeah, all of us fight over the same damn comics at Cheddar.
We're all friends except for a couple of hours on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rich comes in with his CIA internet and snatches claim, gimme, and then he's gone.
Yep, Rich is in there for 45 minutes, and then I got to run, guys, and because his tab is too high, he's got to get out.
I know he's almost as bad as like Dope. When we saw Dope at Heroes, 45 minutes, he comes up to us. He's like, I'm done.
He's done. Like, yeah. He's like, I'm done.
I couldn't believe it. But so we do have one more guest. He's running a little bit late. So hopefully he'll pop in here and we'll just get back into him and introduce him and all that stuff. But how are you guys doing? How is your holiday weekend so far?
I didn't get my ding, man. This is my second time. I'm a two-timer.
Thank you for
I'm a two-timer, man.
I'm a little rushed because I went to a comic show today. I forgot my dinger. So yeah, Rich is a two-time guest. There you go. Your two dings. So something to strive for, Matt.
I'm working on it. I've already got it written down.
Little check mark. So man, I'm glad you reminded me. I tried to write my notes in the last 20 minutes and I forgot that one.
Oh, that's all right. No, that's I just had to give you guff about it.
Heck yeah, you got to keep me on my on my toes.
Keep you on your toes, yeah.
But how's your guys' weekend? I mean, like I said, I went to a small local show, but I know yesterday I was also at Half Price Books because they had big holiday sales. So I got a bunch of books there for, I think it's like 20% off is what they were doing. Did you guys go anywhere like that this weekend or anything, exciting so far with the holidays?
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy that had a new booth set up at a local antique shop not too far from me, and he was running a sale. So I went up there and picked up a few different things. And but next weekend is that local show that is at the Wright State University, that Jim and Dan's comic show. That's what I like. It's a good show. It's a really good show.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to recoup from Heroes a little bit. I mean, what was at the end of June, and it's we're getting into September now, and it's just like I'm trying to. Not so much I'm stopping. I'm still getting stuff, but
we've seen your FOMO episodes and your pickups. You're not stopping.
Yeah, no, I'm not stopping. I can't help it because I have a notebook next to the computer that when I'm watching streams or on streams and somebody shows something, I write it down, and then right away I go into my comic shop and I put it in the wish list. So whenever they come into their store, they give you that little notification. And I get that reminder of, oh, yeah, I wanted that. And every once in a while, it's like, okay, I'm pulling the trigger. So, but let's check in with our guest. We got this chat was going already an hour ago, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
And Kay Munin gets the gold star today for being first. Saying good evening to everybody and hoping everybody had a good weekend. Welcome in, Kay Munin. And he's asking me if I found anything earlier. And, I found some stuff, and they may pop up tonight later on. Let's say hello to Stevie D. He's in the chat there.
Stevie
giving
D.
us some love. Thank you,
Brother Stevie.
Let's see. We got Bells here. Good evening. Good evening. And then this guy snuck in here saying hi to everybody. Derek, hello.
Derek.
Let's see what else we got. I got to scroll. You guys are chit-chatting so much. Christopher Parker, I see him.
Chris, my man.
What's up? I happen to find a couple things for Chris. Little tease for him there. I've been working on a AOK. And yeah, he's commenting at Rich was Mr. T in the little thumbnail. I'm having fun with it. I mean,
I love it.
Was kind of part of my childhood growing up, as as with you guys, and
very much so. Yes.
I don't know why I found it humorous making Big Nasty Mr. T. I think it was because Rich, do you like all that gold bling that you had?
I used to have a few necklaces. Yeah, not that many, but a few. I had a few.
And then we got all the way from the other side of the world, Thing Comics. I'm saying sorry to him right now, right away, because I know he's going to have a list. Let's see, Coach is who our other guest is for you guys, and he's running a little bit late. He'll be here soon. And let's see, I think I might have got just about everybody.
Let's see, Crazy Hungarian.
Crazy Hungarian.
There.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh, Jamie Vaughn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my cousin.
Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, who's this guy with a blue wrench? Start working, blue wrench.
Yeah, he needs to ditch those people and come out.
Oh, yeah. He's at a barbecue party, so he's just checking in, which is okay. Yeah, I hate that too, Jamie. That drives me nuts. I don't like how it doesn't refresh when you're sitting there waiting for it to start. Sometimes it has that delay. Let's see. We got good evening from Denmark. Welcome in. It's pretty late for them.
Yeah, that's like a time change, man.
And then he's in Finland, so I know it's late for him. He usually hangs out as long as he can. All right, I think, here we go. Where's Richard? Or JSS? And then one last one. Hello, all. Welcome in, Phil. All right.
Welcome, Phil.
I think I hit everybody. All right. Well, I'm going to jump into, and hopefully Coach is here a little bit soon. But I wanted to go around the horn. And one of the things I like about doing this kind of show is not only do I get to know more of the community, but the viewers get to know a little bit more about the community. A lot of the guests I have are fellow content creators or friends and stuff like that. And it's kind of neat to think about where we all started type of thing. We're just voices in a chat, and then we start making content, and then we start watching each other, and then we get on this stuff, live streams, and it's like, you become friends. And then when you do get to meet in person, it's like nothing. But I wanted to get give the chance viewers to get to know you. So Matt, I want to start with you. What I like to do is kind of get to know you a little bit better. Is what's your origin story? How did you get into comics? Do you have a favorite character or actual book? Go.
All right. So I am Matt, Impress Comics. I'm in Clemson, South Carolina. We're not going to talk about football from yesterday. Other than that, into comics, I was real heavy. I graduated high school in '96. And right after that, I went to one of the local book stands here on campus at Clemson. And that was when, Death of Superman, Electric Superman. So I'm the one nerd who still collects and seeks out every single red and blue Superman that's out there that I can find. So that really spoke to me back in the day. I got out of it 99, 2000, whenever it was, and just forgot about it really. And then same story as everybody else.
Yeah.
COVID and sitting around. I've been a baseball card guy. I've always been baseball card. I was at close to 750,000 cards. I'm down to about 400,000 now. And I've always built cars. That's been my thing since I was 8. I've had to work on cars and build cars and stuff forever. So I like fixing things. I like making things look better. I'm obsessed with collecting things too. I've got problems like everybody else that's probably in this chat and on this stream does. And I had a absolutely crappy situation, life, whatever going on, health problems, that watching it tear down several family members. And for some reason, I went into a comic shop in North Louisiana. The office I work for is in Louisiana. And I was out there, and a buddy of mine, we went into this little place, and I grabbed a G.I. Joe book out of the dollar bin. And that's what it took to uncork it.
That one thing triggered it all, huh?
And then it just went downhill. And then after I had been into comics for, I don't know, maybe a year or so, 6 months, 8 months, I don't remember how long ago it was or how long into it was. I always wanted to fix my baseball cards that were messed up. And, growing up, I never could. You had to just go buy another pack or buy another card, and never wanted to do it. And then I stumbled on that you could actually do that to comic books. And I was like, okay, now I've found something that I'm in it. And from then on, it's been just pure obsession with learning and understanding every bit of it, all the way to the point to where, like, for about 2.5 hours today, my wife and I were sitting in the living room going over the CGC book. I don't think I've said this out loud. I think I might have told Johnny backstage earlier today. But so I, for a while now, have been delving into the dark magic of doing the aqueous baths and all the cleanings and all that kind of stuff, where Jason at Archivist Adrift, he does his stuff too. So I've been trying to poke around in a couple of backdoor conversations with him too. And so now I've got my wife into working with the, any kind of chemical work and that kind of thing. So that's just a ton of fun. I love fixing things, and cleaning, pressing comic books is definitely it. Favorite characters.
They're all behind you.
Yeah, I'm going to cheat. It's going to be G.I. Joe. It's Transformers. It's Mask, and it's going to be Space Ghost. That's my 4.
Oh, that last one makes my heart feel so good. You said Space Ghost.
Yes. Yep. I had a stack of autographed Space Ghost books that I was going to bring. I was like, no, I'll do these instead. I'll save the Space Ghost stuff. So they're back.
You wanted to tease me, right? You wanted to see my head blow up. That's what that was.
I'm definitely big on that. But anyway, I can keep running my mouth, but I'll shut up.
Well, look at this. So just in time, I'm getting ready to move on. We can introduce the coach. What's up?
How's it going, everybody?
Good,
I apologize for my tardiness. I ran a couple of laps per the coach. So make it up to everyone.
Yeah, we were just starting to introduce all you guys. And I was just asking, so I'm going to jump right into it with you, Coach. Your origin story. What got you started in comic books? What do you have a favorite character or a comic book?
Yeah, so I've always been, probably since 6 or 7. I was always interested in comics, born in the early to mid 80s. So I grew up with all the great cartoons, the Spider-Man, X-Men, all of the awesome stuff that you guys were talking about on Tuesday night. So I've always been into comics. As I got older, I started kind of collecting less and less and just doing more kind of adult hobbies, I guess I should say. Partying a lot, so I put that behind me, and then joined the Navy where I was on hiatus. But kind of what started me back into collecting was I got stationed in San Diego. Well, everybody knows Southern California is a great place to collect comics, so kind of got back into it, and then here and there collecting, and really kind of Lunch Money Mike and Brandon over at Mon. Seems to be a lot of people's story, but
yeah,
kind of reinvigorated my passion for it post COVID, and talking to Brandon about starting a channel. I was like, I really don't know how I want to approach a YouTube channel. I don't want to be one of those channels that they're a dime a dozen, just unboxing or just hunting or something. I kind of want to do something more niche. And I thought, I never really had anybody growing up in the hobby to show me how to collect, do's and don'ts, and this is how you load a bag and a board and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, what if I, give myself the moniker of the collector coach, and just kind of show people like, hey, this is how I display things. This is a good idea. This is a bad idea. So that's kind of the direction I've started taking my channel with product reviews, and Matt was kind enough to jump on, and we talked about cleaning and pressing, and so that's just kind of the short version of where we are today, and I'm liking the direction it's going, and I appreciate all you guys in the chat. Apologize for my lateness, and just showing up. And this community, as you three know, is just incredibly generous and kind, and everybody's more or less on the same page. So
we're all enablers. We're all enablers.
Yeah, right.
Do you have a favorite character? I mean, most of us kind of that know, but a lot of this is so that the community can get to know you guys a little bit more. What's your go-to character?
Yeah, so it's kind of changed, really? As from a kid to now, the more adult type of stories I got, started reading. So like as a kid, Iron Man and Wolverine were my guys. Mostly because of the cartoons that I had access to. But as I got older and started branching out, Moon Knight very quickly became my number one. He's a complicated character. When a good writer gets a hold of him, all the stories are great. And then Daredevil and Man-Thing are my other two to make up my big three.
You're very street level right now. It sounds like you like a lot of those street level heroes.
Yeah, kind of the people that are I don't want to say underdogs, but get kicked around a little more easily than everybody else, so their comeback story is a little better.
Yeah. They don't have the big backup of unlimited bank account or a team to bail them out. They're pretty solo in the efforts that they're doing. They're but yet they're still doing that good fight of helping people that can't help themselves type of thing.
Well, Mark Spector has the big bank account.
That's true. He does. That's true.
But he's conflicted internally. So, it doesn't matter how much money he has. He's still always fighting something inside as well as out. So, but yeah, street level heroes. I love them.
Okay. Rich, origin story. We kind of heard it already, but
it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring. I don't know if anybody wants to hear it again, man.
It's similar to mine. That's why I want to hear it again.
Well, my cousin, he's in the chat. He's partially to blame. He's been my go-to, my anchor into the comic realm, if you want to call it that, or whatever, and but no, just as a kid, just collecting from a kid, and then through high school, whatever, and then like I said, same as Coach, I went in the Navy, so then that kind of dried it up for several years, and then I just dabbled here and there in it, and then probably the last 2-3 years I've really gotten back into it pretty good. And like I said, my cousin, he is the main he's the main anchor to it all. He's the one that's been the constant, 'cause we're like brothers anyhow, so he it's just plucking away, and like I said, it's been fun. As far as my characters go, it varies. I get known to be a Conan guy, but I am a John Buscema Conan guy or
Yeah.
a Windsor Smith Conan guy.
Okay, you have kind of a lofty goal too, that you want to get every single work, at least a copy of?
Yes,
John
either
Buscema.
interior or cover everything that John Buscema has done,
That's a
and
big goal.
it's a lifelong goal. It's something I've been working on for many, many years, and you pick stuff up here and there when you can, but yeah, pen to page, he's probably one of the few artists that actually beat out Kirby, for doing the most work. So it's a lofty goal, and that one book I think I showed that Sleepy Reader, showed off that he FOMO'd me. That has a checklist in the back, and looking at that, man, that is like, it's like, holy crap, I'm nowhere near close to getting what I need to get, because it's a great checklist. And that's actually something I've been looking for a while, something like that, because it's hard when you research it online. Somebody will have a checklist, and then you'll find somebody else that has a checklist, but they don't really mash up, or you'll pick this book up and it's actually Sal and not John. And it's like, what the, it's just misinformation and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a pretty lofty goal, but what else do you got to do?
Any goal is, any goal that's a lot of work like that is fun. I mean, if it was too easy, would it really be that fun? I don't think so, but
right.
So and it's nice to have some kind of goal like that. I mean, for a long time, many years, I was buying stuff just to buy them because I liked the character, which was fine. But I felt like I was starting to buy stuff that I didn't really enjoy, reading it, or I didn't enjoy the art. I was getting it out of habit. So, and that's something that I think I developed as a more recent collector, is like narrowing it down of what are my goals? What am I going after? Now, I'm still having fun going dollar diving, but that's a completely different thing. I'm getting joy out of it for a different reason.
Yeah, the funnest stuff that I find of John's is the non-typical stuff, not the Conan. That's what he's mainly known for. But when you start finding, like his different Silver Surfers or his Submariners, or just some oddball stuff. I was trying to think of something. That's the one. That's when I get the most joy, because I'm just like, especially when it's not that much money, So it's,
which he was such a workhorse in the 70s for Marvel that in the 80s he kind of started, doing stuff that he wanted to do, not so much that they needed him to get this done. And then even like he retired twice, and they kept talking him back into doing work. So he
kept offering him that money, man, and he was like, "Okay, I'll come back."
Yeah, because I found issues of Doom 2099, and it said Buscema. I was like, "Holy cow!" I'm like, at first, I'm like, "That looks like." Open it up. Sure enough, it was him, because they probably were in a pinch, and he was still kind of a go-to guy. So
he was still doing it. Yeah. He's something else. And it's one of those things. I've showed off my book before, with Conan. My first book ever was a Conan, and then it was an annual. So then when I picked up the regular series, it was a John drawn book, and then it was like, wait a minute, I didn't realize. And like I said, my cousin's one explained to me. He's like, yeah, you have different artists, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I did, so. But that's where the love of John comes from, So.
Well, speaking of Conan, I was going to flash this up when you came on here, Coach, because I kind of blame you for this. I think I got the idea from you.
I have that.
And what this is, let me switch. There we go. So, I remember you did this with the book and record, and you had it signed, and you actually went and got it graded. So I don't know if I'm going to grade this, but I got that idea from you that this I took to Heroes and had Roy Thomas sign it. And it still has the record in it.
Yeah, mine had it, but I gave it to my cleaner presser because, I mean, you're holding it in your hand, so you can tell that the paper quality, like the cover, is real thick, like a cardstock. Yeah. And so to press it, he took the record out, of course, and then just forgot to put it back in there. So when it went to CGC, it doesn't affect the grade. Okay. I was informed by them, but they did. There is a note now on the label that says record missing.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But the good news is he's a friend of mine, my cleaner presser that's local. So I can get the record back and still enjoy the record. It's not stuck in the slab. And then I don't have to buy another copy of it because I actually have the Marvel Spotlight #2. So if I really want to thumb through it, I can just read through that and still enjoy the record.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of neat that they're expanding to that, level of doing the book and records. Cause I see these every once in a while. And there's some that I still want to get. I know they did a couple Conans, but they did like Planet of the Apes. They did all the like Frankenstein, Werewolf by Night. I think there's a couple.
DC did a handful too.
There we go. There's a Frankenstein one. I love it. Yeah, DC did a lot of them. Yeah.
There's a Superman, a Batman. I can't remember all the ones that DC had.
I bet because at that time,
I think maybe
they may have been popular.
late 70s. Yeah, mid to late 70s.
So yeah, that's a neat thing that they have that they're starting to do. So, so starting off too, another thing I wanted to do, and this is something I started doing with some of the guests, some fun questions. So not so much a hot seat, but a fun question. I want to ask a question. So I'm going to just go around the horn. Matt, if you were a superhero or villain, could be a villain too. What kind of vehicle would you want? What would you want to be going around the city, Gotham, Metropolis, New York, whatever city? What do you want to be driving?
I want the Thunderhawk from Mask. It's not
I knew you'd be driving around that IROC.
Thunderhawk.
Without pause. He knew right away what he was riding around in.
Yep.
Rich, how about you? Do you want an invisible jet? Do you want something ungodly like a battleship?
Does it have to be an existing thing from the books or just what I would want to drive?
Whatever you want, yeah.
What I'd want to drive as a hero or a villain. Probably a 69 Mustang Mach 1. Probably, yeah, that'd be
there you go.
Fast, yeah.
Hey, you get so far, both of you, with these muscle cars. Right after my own heart. I love it. Coach, how about you? Well, you got a vehicle you like to tote around? I know you might want a helicopter with Frenchie flying it, but
I was just going to say that I have to, like, if I'm picking a character's vehicle that already exists, yes, the Whirlybird from Moon Knight, absolutely, because it's just awesome. But if I'm my own character and I'm picking the vehicle, probably a Shelby Cobra, 1969 Shelby Cobra AC.
Cars, I love it.
Yeah, it's been my favorite car for a long time.
Yeah.
So we got two Camaros, right? And then we got a Mustang. Well, you know what, Coach? I'm going to be right in your line. My favorite, 1967 Fastback Mustang. Yeah. So doesn't have to be a Shelby, but just I want that 67 Fastback. Black, Raven black, black interior, everything black, and then chrome everywhere else. So yeah, something that just screams. Man, we're all right the same line of we want that muscle car that just burns all that gas.
That's
absolutely
right. All right, here's a follow-up. So as you're heading home after fighting crime or causing crime, what is your HQ or lair going to be? I mean, are you going to be in a cave? Do you want to have a downtown penthouse apartment? Maybe a mansion in the country? I don't know. Matt, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with I need a big shop of some sort. So if it's an old abandoned warehouse that's redone inside, or if it's something that's in the middle of the woods out in Nowhereville that just looks like a forest that you can't really see how to get into it, but it's going to need to be a big, bright warehouse of some sort. I couldn't do the cave thing unless the lighting was incredible.
Too damp in there, right? Too damp.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got to clean my cars. The stuff that I'm crime fighting in, it's got to be clean when I get out on the street. So, yeah.
Rich,
I I would have to find like an old abandoned like small airport so I could have an airport hangar. So that way I could have whatever I wanted, you know. So if I hijacked a jet or something like that, you know, I'd have a place to stash it, you know.
Okay, DB Cooper.
Yeah.
You're right.
What about you, Coach?
I think I not necessarily a cave, but I think I'd like the whole underground thing. You know, I always liked on the X-Men cartoon whenever they launch the Blackbird, it always comes out of the basketball court, like up out of the ground.
Yeah.
I've got to have something like that.
You like that secret hideout, basically.
Yeah, just no satellite can see you, but you're there anyway. And then if they build something on top of you, they still don't know about it.
See, I always now this probably goes back to my childhood of watching Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I always liked that they had a room that looked like your classic dorm room, and then they just flipped a switch and everything flipped over, and they had the computer panels. And
I forgot all about that, man.
I love that. So I kind of like that idea of that.
Good point.
You can hide it. Oh, somebody's coming in, you don't want it to see. You just flip that switch and you just go.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it's like, oh, here comes Aunt May. We better hide it. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Let me see if any of the chat. So we do have some answers for a vehicle. We got a Porsche 911. So he'll get to where he needs to go fast.
Quickly. Yep.
And then we got a lot of muscle cars. A
67
Impala.
thing. I had a 70 Impala when I was in high school. So.
That's a big car.
Yeah.
I took my driving test in.
Took my
driving test.
Land yachts.
Yeah.
And then K Munin. This is probably one of the better ones. I make sure my wife can't hear. A mansion full of hot chicks.
K Munion's my dude, man.
That kind of sounds a little like Hugh Hefner, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's just saying what we're all really thinking anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and then Bell's saying he wants the pit from G.I. Joe as his base, or the Ark from Transformers. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's hidden in the mountain. Just kind of hard to go to and from with the mountain thing. You got to have a pretty good mountain pass, probably. Then again, they all flew, right? So they flew.
Yeah. If you can fly or turn into a vehicle, you can be whatever you want.
Yeah, they have all kinds of vehicles.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one.
Backward of a strip club.
Oh boy. So yeah, that's our viewers, right? All right. Well, now that people got to know you a little bit, let's see. Oh wait, let's see. What's this? Jamie's saying, does Iron Man suits count as a vehicle? I don't know. Yeah, they fly, right?
Yeah.
They get him to where he needs to go, or even the Silver Surfer board. That's his vehicle.
Yeah.
I
would run having.
I know I've seen superhero comics out there where they're on roller skates or segways. That's their vehicle. I'm like,
yeah, skate man,
right?
Yeah, skate man, and I mean it still gets you where you need to go, right? Yeah. Let's say hello to Brian. Local
Brian.
Stud, real quick there. What's going on, Brian?
Brian.
As a side note, if you haven't checked it out yet, Brian's Kickstarter did start yesterday. I think he does have some holiday like early bird bundles. If you guys want to check out some cool community artwork, there's some certain people that are in it if you want to check it out. But yeah, okay. So how about we do this? I got to find my buttons. Since we got to know each other a little bit more, how about we play a game? I know some of you guys have been looking forward to this. So let's go ahead and play.
Side Quest Comics presents this or that.
So every time I play that, I have to like write a check for the wife because she gets those royalty checks, you know. Such a good
0.2 cents every time.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna play my game, SideQuest Comics, this or that. Now, this or that, I go through a number of rounds. I'm gonna basically show you pairs of comics. Now, what we're gonna do is they're kind of similar or different. So there's some kind of connection or not. You know, maybe they're complete opposite. And you guys have to pick one of them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to review it a little bit. We're going to talk about maybe why you would pick one over the other. Maybe it was a favorite character you liked. Maybe you liked the writer, the artist. Maybe you just never read it, so you're interested in reading it. What is the attraction to make you pick one over the other? Maybe you just hate the other one so much that you're like, I'm going the other one. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, we have audience participation. That's one of the things I like doing these games is I like to see what other people pick, because realistically, collectors collect totally different for one reason or another. So I like kind of picking everybody's brain a little bit and seeing what's the reasoning behind certain books that we pick up.
Sure.
So let's see. Let's go ahead. I need to switcheroo to this. All right. So I have a lot of these that what I do is I tailor them to you guys, to my guests. So some of these are tailored to you guys. So in other words, I know how you're going to answer, but I try to throw a monkey wrench in there. I try to make it hard for you guys. So we'll see how you guys do. So I'm going to start. I have, it looks like I have about 7 sets. We'll see. We'll see how far we get into this. So let's go ahead and start with this first one here. So I think it was last time I did a comparison of, what was it? It was Justice League and Avengers. Okay?
Avengers, yeah.
So now I'm going, what's this, second, third tier Justice League heroes? We got Justice League Europe. I mean, there are some decent characters. Wonder Woman is there, and Flash, but then we got, I don't even remember who the robot guy's name is. Elongated Man, Captain Atom, Power Girl. So not really your mainstream guys that you would think of when you're thinking DC heroes. So we got this, or like I said, that. So last time Avengers, now we're going to that West Coast Avengers. This is a team headed up by Hawkeye right there. And we got Tigra and was that Mockingbird, Wonder Man. One of the Iron Mans, I think that's Tony in that. That's his newer suit that he had in the 80s. Yeah. So we got this or that. Not the main headliners, but kind of the guys that are still, we can do that too.
I'm going to be West Coast Avengers over here.
All right. So we got one West Coast.
I'm gonna say Justice League Europe because I'm an Animal Man guy.
Okay. Rocket Red's the guy behind Animal Man. I see Jamie threw that up in the chat.
Man, this is tough for me because I like West Coast Avengers because Moon Knight was part of that for a little while.
Yeah, he was.
But some of the West Coast Avengers books that I've read, just the stories aren't good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would probably. I might go with Justice League.
One. Yeah,
I might go with Justice League just because I've not read any of Justice League Europe, and it's something new.
And that's a totally fair answer. It's something that you're not familiar with. You want to find out more about these characters. I mean, both of them are very similar. They were good. Then they kind of went down to a low, and then they got good again. Whether it was like John Byrne was on this for a while, and it was fantastic at that time. But then when he left, it's like, okay, they ran out of ideas for a while, and then they had a couple of good ideas, and then I think
Byrne, Byrne is my obsession as far as an artist goes. So that sways me heavily.
Yeah. All right. So we're with all of us. I got to go West Coast. West Coast is a very nostalgia thing for me for the 80s. I got this in the late 80s is when it came out, but this one has a certain nostalgia for me that when I see it, it instantly takes me back to that time in the 80s when it came out, and I was kind of first getting into comic books, and I loved Hawkeye at that time. I thought he was so cool.
Yeah.
I liked Wonder Man and Hawkeye. But
Wonder Man. It's just a time period that I liked how they wrote team books at that time. Everybody had something to do in the book. They had those villains that were larger than life that it took a team to defeat them. So,
but to me, the story was better in Justice League Europe.
Okay.
For those two.
So
that's one of the things that I really liked about West Coast Avengers was Hawkeye. I've always thought Hawkeye was cool, and just in the regular Avengers books, he just never really got the spotlight very often.
No.
And West Coast Avengers, he's kind of heading the team, so he's got more dialogue, and you get to discover the character more.
Yeah. So let's see what the chat's saying here. We got a West Coast all the way, another West Coast from Derek. Thing likes JL Europe just because of Metamorpho. Fair. Yeah, it's a character. Like I liked Justice League because of Captain Atom. I was collecting his solo series at that time too. I thought he was a cool character. Say K Munins got West Coast, better characters, and Dope recently got him into Hawkeye. So somebody influenced him there. So he wants to find out more about it. Jamie likes Justice League Europe, better art and funny story. Okay. You guys are split there, splitting the family. JLE for Kate. Steve likes West Coast. Michael likes JLE.
It's pretty split down the middle.
Yeah, it really is. So I don't know how to call this one because, man, they're still going here.
Who's the busty woman?
That's Power Girl.
That's Power Girl, yeah.
With her boob window.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see. Oh, the wife is saying royalties. She's already looking for her royalties.
Royalties, yeah.
Kate likes because of power. Okay, they're answering a question. Power Girl. Let's see. K Munin says the one thing JLE has is that Sonic appears in issue 33. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about Power Girl here. JSS is here. Welcome in. If I can click on it, there we go. Yeah, this is pretty split here. I find it interesting that it's split that close that I don't even know how to call it. So I mean, even us, we split it. So I will have to go back and double check on the chat who gets what and do a tally of that one. I might have to come back to that one. So there's that one. All right, so let's go to a next round. So this was one that I remember the first time I collected this, and I think a lot of it was the artwork that got me into it. This is Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. So this was the late 80s series that came out, ran through the 90s. But this cover is what got me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was never really a magic guy so much with the comics, but I think Doctor Strange was one that got me into it. I think eventually it kind of wore on me that I had a hard time knowing what the hell was going on.
That's how I always felt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that much of a magic guy, but I liked his character and I liked some of the villains that he would always fight. So we got Doctor Strange here. Let me turn this off because it's in the way. There we go. So we got Doctor Strange, or from DC, Dr. Fate. So we got our magic guys. I told you I'd make this tough sometimes.
That is a tough one.
I did collect Dr. Fate for a while too, and they are very similar. I don't know which one I prefer over the other.
That's hard.
And that DC first issue that you got right there of Dr. Fate, that's a really great one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
I will say I remember noticing his Dr. Fate's stories were a little more self-contained, where they're quicker. They didn't drag on as much as say Doctor Strange's did. And
you get all the magic and the light show and everything's cool, but then it wraps up. And Doctor Strange is like so fantastical. Every issue starts with, last time we were in the dimension of weird, and now we're going over here, and it'll all come together. It's fine. I'll just do a couple spells.
You hear him talk about things that he did in the past that they never put in the comic. They're just making a reference to something he did years ago, that if he didn't do that, or if he didn't maintain that spell, all doom would happen type of thing. So it's just like, that's kind of a story I want to hear about, but it's just, they made it seem like it's so massive, they can't tell that story, easily. So
to me, I like both those characters, but I've never liked them as standalone characters.
You like them on teams?
Yeah, like in a team or on a guest appearance in someone else's book. But man, I don't know. I'd have to say Dr. Fate. I kind of agree with Rich. I like Dr. Fate as a standalone because there's really not a lot of it. I mean, even now, I don't think Dr. Fate's had very many solo runs, and Dr. Strange has. But
I think he does better when he just kind of shows up in another story
Mm-hmm.
and gives a short explanation of I need you, you, and you right now. And we have to go do this thing, and then disappears. I think that always flows better. So I think my answer is Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. So we got 2 Dr. Fates.
Yep. If we're going on character, I love Doctor Strange in the movies. I don't like the Doctor Strange comic books near as much. Dr. Fate is a clear winner for me on this one.
Wow.
But I will say, Doctor Strange, every single Doctor Strange cover, excellent.
Oh, yes. Yes. I do agree.
It really draws you in. And I'm going to go with Doctor Strange because of that fact that the covers draw you in where you want to find out more about what's going on. What is this story? One of the early things that attracted me to Doctor Strange in this series, they did a big, long storyline of him dealing with the vampires in the Marvel Universe. And I really liked that storyline. It drew me in. I mean, he had Baron Blood, and then you find out, like, I think it's his brother is a vampire. And I like that he dealt with more of the Marvel supernatural with vampires, werewolves, and stuff. Not so much like these beings from another universe as much. Whereas this one, I liked it because it was self-contained, but I couldn't really connect to the characters and the stories, the villains and stuff like that, as I could with this one. So that's why I'm going with Doctor Strange. So, between the panel here, Dr. Fate wins it. So, but let's see what the chat has to say, because I see some answers already. We have Michael saying Dr. Fate always loved his look. I do like that he had a lot of those Egyptian themes, almost like, with the Ankh and stuff. I thought that was always neat. That and Pierce Brosnan did a pretty good job.
I was going to say,
agreed,
that the Black Adam movie, I think Pierce Brosnan, you couldn't have cast that better.
No,
that was awesome.
Yeah, I like that. Me too.
Let's see. Things say this is a hard one, but because he loves them both. Yep. Derek is going with Doctor Strange. Kate, we have another Doctor Strange.
Things got a good point there too. The Midnight Sun Strange was really good. So that's what I, like you were saying. When Doctor Strange shows up in not his book necessarily, his story, he shows up somewhere else. He makes it better, but by himself, it can be confusing. A lot going on.
Yeah, agree.
A lot of Doctor Strange I'm seeing.
Boo.
Yeah, Fate, more mystery magic. Okay. Fate covers.
Dr. Fate's also like 30 years older, right? And Dr. Fate first appearance was what, the 50s? Golden Age, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was an older character that crossed over into the the silver and then into the modern. I think he had a big gap there that he popped up in different titles or like
right,
but he never really had his own series. I remember the series from the 80s when they were kind of doing that series. I think they were running it along with the Demon at that time. So it was a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek type of series. Let's see. We got a lot of Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange might take this one. I mean, he is more of a higher profile character nowadays, being in the movies and stuff like that.
Yep.
Let's see. He doesn't want to pick. Yeah, 70s. I think Doctor Strange, the 70s was him at his peak. Stories, art were very fantastical at that time. Stuff you just didn't see at that time.
Right.
Okay. No, you could say something, JSS. He doesn't want to answer either.
Yeah, I do want to throw in, he did vote for West Coast Avengers at the last second, by the way.
And then we got Adam. Welcome up. And Adam.
Hey, yeah.
Sexy people, but he's being very nice. He's buttering us up for something.
Yeah.
All right, man. I can't even keep up with this. All right. So I'm thinking Doctor Strange takes that one. I think it's fair to say. All right. So here we go. We got Sectars. We're tapping into the 80s, the toys that turned into comic books. I absolutely love this toy.
Like it. Absolutely.
And the comic, I remember the comics kind of being a supplement to the toys, right?
Yep.
So, all right, we got this one. I know how somebody's going to answer, I think, though. And we got masks.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the easiest one.
Yep,
Right.
this one's in the bank.
Yeah. Mask all the way.
Mask all the way. What do you say, Rich?
Mask, yeah. Mask.
Man.
I was always more into masks than I ever was sectars. Yeah.
I liked sectars, but I think the toys themselves were geared towards a little bit younger than I was at that time. These were pretty close to the same time period, but this was my thing too. I liked the vehicles.
Mask.
That's what got
at
me
that
for
time,
everything.
Mask had the best intro, for its
It was
cartoon.
good.
Yeah. See, I discovered Transformers first. So
Okay.
when I saw something else that was also vehicles, I was like, yeah, I got to go with anything vehicles. I was always drawn to. So
Well, for me too, it was that IROC. I loved the Camaro IROC at that time. I mean, that was the hot car at that time. If you had an IROC, you were the shit.
yeah.
IROC with those Lambo doors. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was an easy one for the panel. And I see, oh my gosh, I see all caps here. The bell. Things mask. Let's see. So, here's a sectors from Jamie. He liked the art. Yeah, the artwork's kind of cool. I did like the theme of they're bugs, but humanoid bugs. Kind of reminds me of what is it? Bug Wars. Humanoid bugs. Oh gosh, K Munin. Throw them both on the But yeah, I have seen the new sectars. It just doesn't have that same feeling, nostalgia. Well, there we go. Matt, you talk about it all the time. Derek wants to read it because of that. And then we got, Adam actually likes masks better than Transformers. Wow. That's a bold statement right there. And then we got, here's a sectars. Let's see. I'm sorry you don't have all those toys in Denmark. Oh boy, Adam. But if it was sex tars, well, that's a whole different department. That's behind the black curtain. So
I think I've seen that movie once.
No.
This was a kind of an easy one. I think everybody's taking a mask on this one. So and they have the new toys coming out. Matt, I know you ordered them all already. So
yep, waiting on them to ship.
I have to decide because I'm trying to behave.
That's sweet, man.
But yeah, maybe the only way that I'm going to find a complete one is if you do that.
You have to do a video on them, Matt, when you get them.
Yep, we'll do.
It'll be Matt sitting on his stomach with kicking his feet in the air, making
It might just be a 30-minute video of me not even looking at the camera and just sitting there and just playing.
Yeah.
You got to be laying in shag carpet when you do it, though, man.
All right, next round. So Rich, this one might be geared a little bit towards you.
All right.
We got Cole here.
Cool.
So, I love this cover.
Yeah.
Kind of Conan related, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to be
same vein.
Same vein, swords and sorcery. I didn't want to go easy and pick Conan. I'm trying to make this hard for you, Rich. So it's still in the same vein, Call the Conqueror. So we got this, or I got to hold. This thing's pretty rough shape here. Or now I had a hard time picking just one for this next one. I'm going to go with this one. It's recent pickup. Thangor.
Thangor. Yeah, Thangor.
You're going to go Thangor?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. What's the difference?
To me, Thungar was a little more absurd, and I like that.
Okay.
And,
you like that kind of... I saw this one as being a little more... not just straight fantasy. It's got a little bit of science fiction in it, right?
Right, yeah. Cole was trying to be more of almost a
precursor to Conan, really.
Conan, yeah.
Now, I love this cover, though. It's just like this bad guy. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Behold, barbarian. Behold the moment of death. I guess that's a mirror. Your death.
Yeah.
I love when. And look at that guy. He sock him in his face, man.
You got that imitation Red Sonja in the background there. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, this one's pretty good though too. Look at those bad guys, all those demons, and your wizard with a skull, and yeah.
I think I'd have to go Cole on that one. I've got a few issues of Cole, and I've enjoyed it, for what it is. I don't have any Thongor. I've never read any.
Okay,
I'll have to pick some up.
I don't think Thongor was featured that much. He was in this Creatures on the Loose, for maybe 9 issues, I think it was.
Very short run,
He may have popped up in some like one-shot Marvel type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really it. He never had his own series. But I mean, here's the other one I was going to pick. Look at he's fighting the bad guys.
Yeah.
Against the hordes of hell.
I don't know which one. I've never read either of them, and Rich answered real quick for Thongor, so I'm going to go for that one. That would be the one. There's passion behind it.
All right, so
Thongor one, that cover, that's Gil Kane, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's Gil Kane there, and that's a big reason I'm attracted to it because of the artwork.
Yeah.
I recognize, those workhorses. That I mean, I like Cull because it is very Conan. If you like Conan, you want more Conan. Cull's a good one to look at.
Cull the Conqueror.
It's just that little bit different. And I mean, what was Cull was like Atlantean, right? Wasn't he supposed to be the ruler of Atlantis or something like that?
I don't know. I've read very little of it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. I got to scroll up. All you guys are chit-chatting so much. I appreciate that, JSS. And then we got Adam saying Thongor.
Yeah.
We have a Cull. Another Cull. So there's some people that like their straight sword and sorcery. Oh boy, here we go. Both. Yeah, the nice thing here, sorry to say, in the States is I think both of these I found in dollar bins. So
pretty much everywhere.
That's the nice thing. You can find these and enjoy reading them for just $1. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he didn't know about it back in the day, but he'd read it now. Yeah, just the name is fun to say, so that's why you're picking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so this one looks like it's going to be Thongor just because of his name, his campiness. So, follow up. I've done this before. So we got Thongor winning that one. How do you think Thongor would fare against the Warlord?
Oh, that's Warlord.
I mean, I think Warlord.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Again, two books I've never read, and I'm just going with the peer pressure. And because there was
taking the easy way out.
Yeah,
Where Thongor had more craziness going on, Warlord's got even more.
Warlord definitely does have craziness, being he's Middle Earth, so it has more of that sci-fi. But man, that pistol he has never runs out of bullets.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's stuck in Middle Earth. He always has enough ammo.
It's always.
Yeah, I would have to go with Warlord on this one. Just because the character's fun. I like his backstory. He's an Air Force pilot, and he gets stuck in Middle Earth, and interesting world.
Man. I love
it. Here we go. Yeah, Warlord for the full world building. A lot of world building for sure in there, and Mike Grell. Yeah, Mike Grell's artwork is fantastic.
Yeah.
Take the dudes off those covers and just leave the chicks.
Adam's got it all figured out.
Yeah.
And Adam, nice thing, as I said before, Warlord, I think I have almost the entire run I got out of dollar bins. I mean, I think there's some of the early ones I had to find for $5, but other than that, easy finds. So I think Warlord's taking that one then. All right, and I think this next one, I may have done this matchup before, but you guys are a new panel, so that's kind of why I want to do it again. And I think I know how somebody's going to answer, but I'm going to start with this one. So I know I've showed this one before. It's a very iconic cover for Batman Detective Comics. He has a gun, Batman
Yeah.
does not
Mhm.
use guns, so I find that interesting. This, so we have this, and like I said, I might have done this matchup before, but I chose a different cover, or that. I know how Coach is gonna answer.
Oh man, and that's a good one too.
These guys I consider very similar. Now, granted, Moon Knight does have more of the superpowers nowadays, modern wise, but essentially I consider them the same kind of character. They're the street vigilante that uses kind of fear to their advantage, and they're not afraid to just beat somebody down.
Yeah. Although Moon Knight is, having that dose of being unhinged, he'll let loose and kill people. Batman usually won't do that.
No, that's where he kind of draws that line. That's,
Yeah.
But yeah, just like at this time when he had that gun, it's like, okay, he's kind of crossing that line a little bit, so that's why I like to compare these two in that sense. Batman he has had those times when he has gone a little bit over the edge. So what do you guys think? Matt?
I'm Detective Comics.
Detective?
I do like Moon Knight. I don't know as much about Moon Knight as I really should, but Detective Comics for me.
What do you say, Rich?
Well, just like the underwear I'm wearing right now, I gotta go with Batman. I'm always a Batman guy. When someone says always be
They'll
Batman.
never know what it was like backstage before we started this show, will they?
Coach, you're going with Moon Knight, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that particular issue is a really good one, and I just I do love Batman. Always loved Batman, and matter of fact, that's my favorite Batman costume with the blue cape, where it's not all black. The blue cape and the yellow chest emblem.
Yeah,
but Moon Knight is always gonna, just because he's just a little grittier and has the power of a god behind him, is just gonna edge out Batman for me.
Yeah, I do like Moon Knight. All the problems that he has, he's still putting up that good fight, to help people.
Right.
That's a good match,
regardless of how it affects him.
Bell's comment right there, that really rings true of Moon Knight being a cooler character in the modern era.
Yeah,
and I am excited they are bringing this Batman costume back in DC. They're doing a new Batman series where he's going back to the blue and gray. So I don't know if it's like a throwback series or if it's just that's the style they're going, is that detective style of Batman. Let's see. What do we got for in the chat? We have Thing is going with Moon Knight. We got Adam with Moon Knight. There's a Batman. Okay, Derek's saying he is.
The other thing too about Moon Knight is Bill Sienkiewicz did so much incredible work on Moon Knight, from the Volume 1 run, some of the solo stories. Just every time he gets a hold of Moon Knight, he is a master.
Yeah. Let's see. We got. Okay. K-Munin saying detective. Yeah, that is a cool figure that McFarlane put out for those. Here's a Moon Knight. Okay. Here's a Batman from Stevie D. And then we got. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Sorry, Thing. I need that Moon Knight cover. Now it starts. Yeah, I was lucky enough to find it's a 3-issue special edition, all in one set. So I got the whole set all in one swoop. And it's cool. They have posters in there too and all that.
Yeah, it is.
Moon Knight's easy to collect because he didn't get his solo series until 1980 or 81.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get the older stuff, good luck finding a good copy.
Yeah,
more Marvel Spotlight 28 and 29. I always see them, but they're always in real rough shape.
Adam wants his underoos back, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's had some good writers, like, was it early in the 2000s? I like that run.
Yeah, the Finch and Houston series was great. McKay was great. Some of the newer stuff is pretty good. I mean,
I've been liking the new series.
yeah, I think they put too much out at once because you had the Fist of Khonshu come out, and then the regular Moon Knight, and then
they were doing that like throwback series of different Moon Knights through different
ages, which can get super confusing. But yeah, Moon Knight's a good character to collect. You shouldn't have any trouble finding any books.
All right, so this looks like it's going to be a Moon Knight win. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of clicking away too fast. But yeah, I think that's a Moon Knight one, just based on what we said in general. So, all right. So I got two more. I'm going to run through these real quick. These are fun ones. So we got Big Trouble in Little China. Do you know how hard this series is to find? This is the only one I have.
It's a low print run, isn't it?
Yeah, low print. Yeah, I've never seen them. I've never come across them.
But you can't find this anywhere.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love this movie. I love.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't remember how many times I watched this when I was a kid. So, okay, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to tap it into nostalgia. So we got Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, and we got Snake Plissken with Kurt Russell.
Oh shoot!
Did you know there was a comic for Snake Plissken?
Wow. It's Big Trouble for me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I did not know they had a Snake Plissken comic.
There's another one I have over there too. That's like this is Adventures of Snake Plissken by Marvel. There's I can't remember the name of the company, but it's like some not Adventures, but it's Chronicles of Snake Plissken, I think is what it is.
I mean, Snake Plissken got 2 movies, so
yeah, he did actually.
I don't know. I think Big Trouble in Little China. I remember watching that as a kid and just being enamored with some of the costume and makeup of that movie. So,
yep,
I think I'd have to go with that.
Just on the sheer fact that I can quote Big Trouble more. I can quote more than Snake Plissken's movies, but yeah, I have Big Trouble for me for sure.
All right, so some Big Troubles. Matt, you got a preference for any of these?
Yeah, I'm Big Trouble.
You're Big Trouble too. So wow. Okay. I'm gonna go Snake. I love the character Snake. I was waiting forever. What was that rumored third movie they're gonna do of Snake Plissken saves the planet Earth or something like that? Or Earth, I think is what it was. It never happened, but I was just like,
right.
What a cool rumor idea of him breaking out of the ultimate prison, Earth. You know?
Right.
And I just liked his attitude. You know?
I bet Kurt Russell would still do it too.
Oh yeah, he would. He would. So yeah, I'd have to go with Snake on this one. As much as I like Big Trouble, I like this character. It's just
nice. I like Big Trouble.
All right, let's see what we got here. What do we got? We got there's a Big Trouble, and then here's a Snake. Always Snake. I like where everybody called him by his real name, and he'd be like, "Just call me Snake." Snake.
Shoot.
Big Trouble. Neither.
Wow.
Facts. Okay, that's all right. We got some Snake. Man, I see lots of Snake. I think Snake Plissken might take the
Big Trouble.
There's a Trouble.
I got one-sided real quick.
Yeah, hard choice, ain't it? Yeah, it's still rumored. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, Carpenter's still kicking, so you never know.
Well, they've been talking about doing another Big Trouble forever too. I've always heard rumblings about it. So
okay, so Bell likes Snake too. That tough guy.
Yeah.
All right, I think
Snake's a bigger character for sure.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Where Jack wasn't as much of it. Wasn't so much about Jack. It was about the rest of what was going on.
It was an underground.
Yeah,
where
which was cool.
New York was a bigger, just a movie hit.
And this one, is more that adventure. I think
box office
with the bigger characters and stuff. So I think this one's gonna go Snake. From the look of it, it flipped pretty quick there. All right, last one here. We got this one is close to my heart. We got Scooby Dooby Doo Mystery Comics. I absolutely love this cartoon. I watched it so much growing up. I still watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to be in the mystery gang, running through the haunted mansion, going from door to door, and mysteriously appearing on the opposite side after running in a room, and unmask that villain. But going with this one, we got this or that. Another Hanna-Barbera love.
Oh man, Dynamite's pretty cool.
Love Blue Falcon and Dynamite. They've kind of done crossovers before in the shows and stuff. And I think there's a new Blue Falcon comic coming out soon from Dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see how they treat them, like they did with like Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. That Space Ghost, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Love it.
And I've said this a couple of times in different places, but Bjorn Barron's art on all of those covers is incredible.
Yeah, those are the ones I've been always picking up too. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you like the spooky solving mysteries, or do you like more of the superhero fighting crime?
It's Scooby for me over here.
Yeah, it's got to be Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
They just did so much in the 70s with the musical stars. That series where they had celebrities in the show.
Yeah,
that was always a good one for me. I've probably seen every episode of Scooby Doo at least 3 times.
Yeah,
even the newer stuff. I've watched the newer stuff.
Some of the newer stuff's good.
Yeah,
Pup Named Scooby Doo was good, and what was late 90s, early 2000s. I like that one. And
I know they've done newer like Mystery Inc. shows too, where they updated a little bit the gang. I see lots and lots of.
Of course.
There's a Scooby. Okay, if you're gonna pick one, he's gonna pick Scooby. Okay.
But that said, I spent a lot of time watching Hanna-Barbera everything, just like you, Eric. So, when I was a kid and, your Saturday, if it wasn't Saturday morning and it wasn't right after school, Hanna-Barbera was on.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the time. We had Boomerang on all the time, watching all that stuff.
Yeah, I watched the classic ones. I think it's on Max streaming service. They have that big section of DC and all that, and I think Scooby is in there. Or no, I think Scooby might be with Cartoon Network is what it is.
Yeah.
So they have going all the way back, that original series you can watch, which is cool, that you can stream it like that. So a lot of Scooby. I think Scooby is going to easily take this one.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's fair. Scooby is a classic for a reason. A lot of people grew up with them. It was always on. Even if there wasn't a current show, it was in syndication. So and all the spinoffs too. I still love the Scooby-Doo at the movies where he's running around with Kiss trying to solve some mystery, and it's like Kiss. They're all in full makeup and stuff. It's so fun.
Plus, you can't hate the fact that the voice actor that played Freddy is Megatron in Transformers.
That's right. Yeah, all those classic voice actors. Like, the older ones too is Casey Kasem, right? Shaggy and
Shaggy.
So it's like it seemed like Hanna-Barbera at that time had a lot of the same talent, and it's just like they put them at different shows. And they did get accused of having kind of that cookie cutter thing. Like another one I used to like watching, it was Jabberjaws. Remember him? That was like in the future, but underwater. It was basically Scooby. You just had a giant shark, and then
it was his mannerisms were like Curly.
Yep.
From the Three Stooges.
That was my gateway, because I loved the Three Stooges at that time. All right. Well, thanks for playing this or that, guys. I hope you guys had fun. I hope I challenged you guys a little bit with some of those. Some of those were easy ones. I know. I couldn't help it. You guys are coming on. I had to throw up those ones, but that's all we got for.
Side Quest Comics presents this or that.
I got to write down played twice. For
Twice.
the-
Yeah, I don't think you have to. She'll have it all posted over
Yeah,
there.
I'm sure she'll remember. She'll remember that. All right. So now that we played that game, how about we get to showing books off? So, big part of me starting this show off show was to show off cool books, either ones that I haven't had a chance to show off in the last month. I kind of try to restrict this to the last month, or just they were really cool books that I want to show off again. And I'd like to do. I try to do more than one round based on time. We'll see where I do new releases and then like your favorite finds from the last month. So I think I'm going to let somebody else start because I'm going to try and see how we do for time wise, if I'm going to show new books or not. New books are cool, but I think finding stuff is more fun to me because it's like you show it off and it's like, oh my gosh, I need that type of thing. So who wants to start off showing off some new books? I told you guys kind of bring a couple stacks, your favorite picks of the month, stuff you were super excited to find, that type of thing.
I can start. I've got my new books right on top of my pile right here, so I have no problem starting. So
we're gonna do this. Coach is gonna go ahead and start. So here you go, thing. Get that pen ready.
So, funny enough, as I'm looking at these now, all three are from Image. My poll list is not long and it doesn't have a whole bunch of titles on it, but one that I've been enjoying, having just gotten into the Invincible universe, is Battle Beast.
Yes.
It's written well. I like the character. I like the fact that he's, tormented by the fact that he can't be defeated by anything. So he just goes across all the galaxies looking for something to give him the honorable death that he wants so badly.
That is my number one pick. Yes,
it's good. I haven't picked up issue 4. I think just came out this week, but I haven't picked it up yet. But yeah, it's well written. Character's cool. The Invincible universe is cool. This one, I don't think a lot of people are. It's a shame because if you get past the first couple of issues, it's actually pretty good. The Rockefellers.
Okay.
This family from the future, far into the future, they're being pursued by your typical bad guy. The dad, the patriarch of the family, used to be like a research something specialist, and escapes, and the family they accidentally go back in time to like present day, like our time, and so they're like struggling with getting acclimated to what did people do like 1,500 years ago type of thing. And so the whole time they're trying to get but they're also hiding in the past from these people chasing them. So it's written pretty well. It's from the Ghost Machine team. So if you get past the first issue, which albeit is actually happens pretty quick, it's pretty fast paced, but if you get past the first issue, it really kind of flows pretty good. And then the other one is, like I said, also Image, but and Ghost Machine. But I've really enjoyed Red Coat.
Really? Okay.
I've enjoyed it so much. I mean, just the fact that the character, they give him so many flaws. Simon Pure is like tries to desert his post, his unit during the Revolutionary War. And then he stumbles across this cult-like meeting and accidentally becomes immortal. And then it's just him literally being an alcoholic, making terrible decisions, and dying in every way you can imagine for the next like 200 years. It's pretty well written, and you're thinking like what a deadbeat, but you really kind of love the character. It's a fun series, and I think issue 14 just came out, so I think this first run. Yeah, I would give it a chance or maybe give it a chance in trade, because I think this first run is only going to have 16 issues, so they're almost done with it.
Okay.
But really, like, there's actual historical figures, real people in history that they write into the books.
Okay.
And like Albert Einstein's written in there, Annie Oakley, Johnny Appleseed. There's a lot of characters, you know, a lot of real people written into the book, and it's cool how they use them in this fictional story. So
Yeah, I think
it's really a good read.
I got the first couple. It was one of those books that I ended up cutting just to cut, you know, the weekly pile type of thing. So, and it was one of those things too that I'm like, well, I can always go back, you know, and
right. And Ghost Machine's putting out so much right now, and almost all of it is fire. So it's hard to pick up every single thing out of their camp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And thank goodness
this
is coming.
That's your first stack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Rook is good. Geiger, you know, I've enjoyed it. I mean, everything out of Ghost Machine's good.
Yep.
All right.
You're thinking of Dope when you're laughing, aren't you, Eric?
Yeah, I'm laughing at Dope talking about Geiger just walking through the desert.
Oh yeah,
he's still walking.
I'm still getting it, so I'm reading him walking around the desert.
All right,
I'm throwing you up there, Rich.
Oh, okay.
What do you got?
First is Bug Wars.
Okay.
Very, very good. I mean, if anybody's not reading it, they should be. It's
that's the last issue there too. So, are you excited about when they pick back up?
I haven't read this one yet. So, yeah, I'm anxious to read this. But the other 5 have been pretty good. You know, good reads. You know, it's takes a lot from different elements. You know, different stories and stuff. You know, but it's still a good time. You know, it's I'm enjoying it. You know,
if you want to see bugs having sex,
yeah.
Well, who doesn't, right?
And then Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite out of all the absolutes.
Which
I've been hearing that a lot. I'm going to have to check that out.
I've already filed my Superman and Batman. That's why I didn't have them out, but I already had this one out. But because I just picked this one up the other day, and this is all 3 of the absolutes. Well, those 3, I should say. The other ones like
Martian,
and what is it? Green
Lantern,
Flash. I tried those and just nothing grabbed me out of that first issue, but these have been pretty good from the get-go.
Yeah.
Especially Batman, but second close is probably Wonder Woman, and then it would be Superman.
I ended up dropping Batman because it was too Dark Knight for me.
Oh, really?
I did not need to read more Dark Knight. I kind of already know that, that character type. So I didn't really care. I'm not a Batman guy though either as much, but Wonder Woman, who also I'm not a Wonder Woman guy, but I absolutely love the artwork in that. And then Superman. I like the Superman. I like the twist that they're doing with that.
This is the first Wonder Woman series I've ever bought to read.
I think me too.
The other Wonder Womans that I have are complete cover buys because they're like Brian Boland, that run that he did of covers and stuff like that. That's the only reason I bought them. But this one is because I like it's the story in it and stuff. It's just a very interesting take on her and how she was brought up. I mean, that's all the absolutes. To me, it's a neat way of doing it. DC Marvel, they always rehash the same characters over and over again, but if they're doing it in an interesting way, then I'll read it.
Yeah.
But like Coach was saying, Ghost, that's probably the best line right now that you can for money, for your money to buy is anything Ghost is doing. Any of those books that Ghost are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Segues into Geiger.
There you go. And in the desert right now.
And yes, like Dope says, I 100% agree. I have took this off my pull list twice because I was tired of him just wandering around. I was like, and then I'd go in and I'd buy it. My LCS, he'd be like, I thought you didn't want that. You took it off your pull list. I'm like, I know, but I don't know. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe
I absolutely love the art and I love the world. I love anything that's kind of post-apocalyptic. I like that kind of setting because it's so bleak of a world. And I kind of like some of the interesting like factions and mutants and stuff they have in there. I just wish they did something more with them,
Right.
make them more of a threat.
I'm still hoping that something's going to happen these last few issues or whatever, and really knock it out of the park.
I think the problem they ran into with Geiger was that because this is the second volume, right? So
Yes.
the first like shorter series, I think they went full throttle the whole time and just kind of ran out of gas. So they're kind of coasting to
So
maybe.
build up for the next run, I think.
Yeah. But then I picked up this
Read
Superman.
that one yet, Rich?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think of it?
I liked it, like I put in our thread, till dope. Sorry, dope, but I did like it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't like it.
Yeah, I like the art. This whoever which artist it is. Is it the Martin Mazzaroso or whoever
The
did
guy
that?
from Ice Cream Man.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's very Frank Quitely feel to it, and the pace and everything else. So far it's interesting. So we'll see what the next couple issues do.
I like the setup in that. It's going to be like issue per issue, a different kind of problem or, monster of the week type of deal,
Well, the way that one ends, it leads into not to spoil any if you guys haven't read it, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with it. And then I finally got this one, Red Shirts.
I still haven't seen that one, Rich.
I'm telling you what, my one of my other LCSs I go to, he finally he had a guy that didn't want it or something, and he put it back out on the pile. And I was just in there the other day, and I went, "Ugh!" I said, "Where'd you get that?" I've been wanting one of those forever, man. It just took me by surprise when I seen it. He's like, "Yeah, I had a guy that didn't want it."
It's a cool looking cover. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can bring myself to buy a Star Trek comic though. I'm sorry. I'm a Star Wars guy through and through.
I started reading this last night, and I'm about halfway. It's not bad so far, but we'll see. We'll see if it makes the cutting room floor or not. Then I got this one, The Thing, because I like The Thing. That's one of my dudes, and this has been a fun series so far. So, yeah, fun. And then I don't know if this was new. I think it's the newer one, The Invisible Man.
Oh yeah, that just came out last week.
Yeah, it's the newer. I haven't read this one yet, so we'll see what it see how it compares to the others.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard criticism that the first two were the best series, and then they it's like they fell off a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I take them all by themselves. I'm trying not to compare them because the creators are so different and stuff. I'm looking at how do they treat the monster? How are they treating it in the story type of thing? So, and so far I've been entertained. We'll put it that way. I mean, I'm not over the moon on them all, but I've been entertained because I like those characters.
I grew up with those movies, man, watching those things like Saturday morning or Sunday morning on a local channel. We had a channel that always showed those Universal Monster movies, and I've always loved those characters. And I hate that I'd like to see something better really done with them and stuff. So I'm just hopeful.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
All right, I'm breaking the rules. I'm not showing you any new books, but what I'm going to show you is we're going to start with a small, all these are new to me, like very recently, except one. But I'm going to start with some original art. I'm going to do a couple in the middle. I'm going to end with the last original art.
Okay.
I can't come on Eric's channel.
Oh boy, here we go.
Without, if I can get this opened here, without showing off an original Side Quest Comics.
There it is.
Edition of my Shockwave that Eric drew for me in my journal.
That's
nice.
When we went to Heroes Con. That's a highlight that I show off every chance that I can get.
Yes, I would too, man.
The next thing that I've got is hiding over here. This is the Void Rivals set.
Cool.
That was debuted at San Diego Comic-Con, and
wow.
I ended up ordering mine through through Hasbro. So it's got Dark and Salila back there in the back, and a full-size Jetfire Transformers, and it comes with a comic book stuck there in the front.
That's
That's
cool.
badass, man. I like that.
man.
That is I was very excited about that. The other thing that I want to make sure that everybody knows, there's an artist named Livio Raimondelli. He's most famous known for Transformers. Did a lot of the IDW. He's doing some of the Energon covers and stuff now for the new run. But this guy is an amazingly genuine human being who is just phenomenal. I've gotten to know him over the last year, and he's got some of these things that are ridiculous. I hope this shows up half as cool on the camera as it is in real life.
Oh, wow.
But this is one of his covers that he did on an IDW book. And when the light hits it in your hand, it's just like pure glass. So this is going to be one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah,
is that a sheet of aluminum?
It's metal. It's ink that is injected. It's burned into metal. So he has a vendor somewhere that does that. And I've got a couple of different ones laying around here.
So cool.
There's a Darth Vader on the wall, but the light doesn't hit it back there behind that little press. And so cool. I've got this one I got to put in a different place. But his black and white sketches that he does are equally as awesome.
I was going to say, just as good.
Is that a print or an actual sketch?
This is a print. I can't afford the actual.
I was getting ready to say, man, that's badass. I mean, it's still badass, but yeah, it's.
But watching him draw everything it's amazing watching Eric draw. If I could draw, I would be the least productive human in this world, because that's all I would sit and do is I would draw Devastator over and over and over. Just nothing.
Yes.
Probably. The last thing I'll show you real fast is Izzyverse NYC from Instagram. He is another incredibly talented artist, and he did a sketch cover for me.
Yeah.
I like that, dude.
That was cool. Pretty awesome. So
it's like graffiti
he
style.
Did this on the.
That's cool.
He did this on one of the charity auctions.
It's the Hero for Heroes. That was part of that.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And Digger Jim actually got it. And so I messaged him. I was like, dang, Jim, I would have fought you hard for that one. And Izzy says, I can do another one. I got another blank sketch.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I don't want Jim to get mad because he's got the only one. He's like, Jim buys stuff for me all the time. He's cool. He's not going to have a problem. I was like, how fast can you get it to me? I like it. So, yeah, that's my new stuff.
All right,
cool.
Well, we're whipping through these. So I am going to show off new ones. So I try to pick one from each week, for the last month. And I'll start with my honorable mentions because, of course,
I don't remember from each week.
I have to go back and review my CLZ app. I'm good at entering them when I get them on the Wednesdays. Otherwise, I'll forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I that's how I do it. And I'm going to start with my honorable mentions. So my first one is the most current issue of Transformers. Love this series. I like
so good.
How they're treating the characters. It's brutal. It is brutal. It is not
of DWG.
The 80s Transformers where they battle and they go home and they're okay. No, there's been casualties. And
I can't wait till 24 comes out. I can't wait for 24.
Number 23 there. And the other one that I'm going to say, I can't show off books without showing my main guy, and it's Spider-Man and Wolverine. Kind of a throwback series, the extreme style of the 90s. It's fun. It's fun adventure. I think every issue these guys are changing their costumes, which is kind of funny. They're fighting so hard that the costumes are getting ripped up, and then the next issue, hey, I got my old costume back. Okay, let's fight some more. It's just good fun like that. So those are my
series. Not to derail you, but that series I just discovered today. That's one of the books. I think it's number 6. It's coming out. It's not out yet. I think it comes out in October. Yeah. This year is the 70th anniversary of the Muppets. So there's like 12 different covers that are getting Muppet homages.
Oh, wow.
If anybody doesn't know about it, check it out. I've already ordered Venom 250 is a Secret Wars 8 homage.
Okay.
I already pre-ordered that one. And then the Wolverine #1 from the Frank Miller short series. where he's, with the claws and he's, beckoning. It's a Swedish chef holding up 3 spatulas.
I might have to get that one.
So I'm a huge Muppet fan, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, purchase! I can't not have these."
Who choose the artists on them? Do you know?
I'm not really sure. I really didn't look into it. I think it might be just the artists that are, already on the series. Yeah, and it's just a variant cover because it's an homage to the Muppets.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, I think it's Wolverine and Spider-Man number 6.
Okay. I'll have to remember that. All right, so now we're going down to my top 5 new release Wednesday books. So my number 5, Rich, you showed this, Bug Wars. It's a good end to the kind of introduction to the world. One of the things I loved about this series is in the back of every issue, they had like these entries that were kind of like notebook entries of the different races, like total world building here. This one, you're getting to know the Bee Lords. So, I mean, it's like they mashed up Conan, Honey Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
It's just, I love the world building that Jason Aaron did in this. And I'm excited that they're doing more. So I think next year they're going to release the next series. They're going to have a one-shot in between with one of the characters that are in this. So yeah, I absolutely fell in love with this series. I love, there's different characters that you become your favorites for one reason or another. Maybe you like the ant warriors, they're very militant and stuff. And then there's like the mites that are all barbarians and spiders that were like your magic users. So it's interesting the world that he created there. Yeah. Another one Rich showed, my number 4 is Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum, where they're doing a little play of how do different color kryptonites affect Superman. I love this art. It's the creators of Ice Cream Man. I like how you have Superman. Let me see if I can find, and Batman's in this too. And I like the way that they draw them almost looking like average guys just wearing costumes, especially Batman. Batman is very much smaller than Superman in here. There's scenes where they're walking together and his costume just kind of naturally hangs on him. Like if you put a blanket on your shoulders, how it would look,
Yeah.
So, and I like that. And it kind of has that little bit, I think, is that Lex Luthor? Yeah. Lex Luthor looks creepy. He's supposed to look creepy, right? So
his
I do
size
like
of his head.
Of this. I'm excited for this to go on and see where it goes. So let's see. That was 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, here's number 3. It was the only one they had, so I had to get the variant cover of Exquisite Corpse. This is number 3, I believe.
I'm a couple behind on that. So
number 4. This is number 4. And I love the concept of this book. It's they close off a small town, all these extreme, either professional killers, psychopaths go in, and it's a big battle royal, last man standing, representing the America's richest families to see who takes control of, all the underworld type of thing. Very weird, very interesting. It kind of, I could see this as a movie, an action movie type of thing. I'm really digging that one. My number 2 just came out last week. Rich, Red Sonja in Modern World. Yes, please. And she's fighting dinosaurs. Yes. What more can I get? So I'm not exactly sure it's the first issue. It's one of the variant covers. There's like a body swap situation or something going on here. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I want to see her in the modern world and her with her mentality fighting dinosaurs. And I love this that she's getting out of a cab with all geared up too, ready to go.
The new movie's out. You can rent it online or whatever.
I know, and I heard it's really good. So
I've heard it really sucks, and I've heard it's really good. So
I'm going to give it a chance because the last Red Sonja we got was Brigitte Nielsen. So
I was going to say,
I'm ready for something else. Now, my number 1 pick for month was Daredevil Cold Day in Hell.
Loved it.
Number 3, end of the series. I liked that it was only 3 issues. The story they were telling, I did not think it needed to be dragged out.
Yeah.
I know some people wish there was more. I liked it with just 3. It was.
I could have done for like 3 more, just a little bit more filler. But they went through the story quick and it had a purpose. So I appreciate that it was 3.
If they want to do more world building, I could see more issues, but they really stayed focused on, his character and the world
story.
and what, his belief system was. And
it did make you feel like time was running out because it was only 3 issues.
Yeah. And I kind of like that fast pace of that.
Yeah.
And
he was limited on how long his powers was working and stuff.
Yeah.
So I loved that. That was probably my favorite so far this year.
So if you guys missed out on it, watch for the trade. I know they're doing a trade.
Yeah, doing a trade.
And it'd be a very good read in a trade, being that it was only 3 issues.
I'm probably gonna pick the trade up just so I can reread it again without pulling it out.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah, it was excellent, man. Excellent.
That was all my new releases. Anybody got a next round in them?
Sure.
I'm like you.
I've got a whole stack of stuff.
I'm gonna go with you, Coach. So let's see. We'll do switch.
I'm like you,
there we go.
I got a whole massive amount.
So I've mentioned this before. I haven't shown it anywhere. It is something that I picked up semi recently, but it's so ridiculous. And this is just gonna, shout out FOMO Squad for igniting my fire for buying stupid crap. But this is called My Monkey's Name is Jennifer.
Yes.
I remember that.
It is as terrible as it sounds. But it is 6 issues. I have all 6.
Okay.
Because I picked them up on a Whatnot stream, and the guy that was selling them had all 6. And he's like, "Look, I'll do these for $1 a piece." I was like, "Oh, 6 books for $6? Why not? Even if it's terrible, whatever." It's bad. The premise is this family adopts this monkey. The daughter, it's supposed to be a companion for the daughter, for she's an only child. The monkey, she names him Jennifer, and then she gets kidnapped. And so Jennifer's like, "Well, I hate my life, but I really hate not being with the daughter." So he just goes off on his own to rescue her, and it's ridiculous. Then I have, talking about Transformers and Mask all night, I have started picking up the original 80s Transformers series. So I recently got issues 6 and 7. Never read it before. I always, the cartoon came out literally like the year after I was born. So that I just grew up watching the cartoon, and I've always loved Transformers, but I've never read it. So I just started picking them up when I find them. So those are good ones. And then these 2 are interesting. They're not comics per se, but my wife was in an antique mall a couple of weeks ago, and I was at work, and she's texting me pictures. She's like, "Hey, do you want these?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. You have to get them." But this is from Whitman Press, but it's like it's a book of, there's illustrations in there. Yeah. I was like, I've never, ever seen that. I was like, "Well, how much are they? Are they like ridiculously priced?" She's like, "They're $2 a piece." I said, "Buy both of them right now." And so the other one is Fantastic Four.
Oh, cool, man. Sweet.
And it's kind of written, more for like kids. So,
kind of
less of like a
books. Remember Golden?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're those old Golden books. It's about the same size, maybe a little, but they're super thick. I mean, it's a big story in here, and they took panels out of the comics and put them in there, and just a little bit bigger. It's a whole page by itself. But I was like, that's anytime I see something that I've never seen before, I get it. And then, if it's garbage later, then it is what it is. But, we got to rescue stuff like that, or we won't ever have it again.
Yeah, you won't have it.
Yeah, definitely.
I can keep going, or somebody else has something they want to show. I know Rich says he's got a pile of stuff.
You want to go, Rich? You ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Didn't know. I mean, if you had more of a show coach, that's fine.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got two more that are real quick. I just picked these
Okay.
up. They were just super cheap. This is Shazam #1. It's pretty beat up, but always like Shazam.
Cool.
You know, I don't have any of the super old, Golden Age and stuff,
Captain
Wiz
Marvel
comic stuff. I don't have
stuff.
any of that, but I've always liked Shazam. And then this is just a fun one that I think it was like $1, and I was like, I can't not get this. But it's Christmas with the Superheroes, the DC from 1988.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I've never seen that.
And this is a big, it's a big square bound. It's a chunky boy, so this is going to be a good read in there. But yeah, didn't have it, saw it, liked the cover, so I'm sure it's a
Just when you thought
80s
you were
good
done.
DC goodness.
All right. Well, let's see. You guys want to look at some horror or some horror? I've got two different
Yes.
piles. Two different piles.
Always up for some horror.
Let's see here. Well, let's see. There's not a lot of horror in there, but let's start with some of these. Charlton. I've been getting into the old 70s Charlton horror books.
Okay.
Um,
Those are a good price, too. You can get those for good price.
yeah, usually $5 or under,
Yeah.
So this one here is Midnight Tales. He's got the demon cat, old Mr. One Eye. He's showing everybody his the starfish.
Yeah, the guy right behind him. I can see which ones are surprised.
Look at the kid. The kid's loving it.
The kid's like studying it.
Yeah, he's like really into it, and the dog's like tongue's hanging out. But then the doctor's in shock, a little bit. But yeah, I was like, wow, I had to get that one. So then you got to have a little haunted love. These things are just really cool. They're like broke up, like with short little stories and stuff,
Yeah.
and stuff.
The painted covers are fantastic on those.
Yeah, I think that's something that Charlton did awesome is almost all the covers are painted.
Oh man, look at that.
That's good there. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's in really good shape too.
Wow.
Another Monster Hunters here. This is actually a UK variant, but a big 10 pence. So yeah, really cool. And then you got like this one here. This one's this is a Mike Zeck cover. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did a lot of that stuff for them starting out.
I love that, dude. It's so cool, so cool. Ghostly Haunts. These are the ones I got at the antique store. The guy that had set up, he had a lot of different things over a 2-day period. I kept going back, picking a few more up. So that one's really cool. But supposedly this is the one Don Rex. This is the only one Don Rex needs. Everybody knows Don Rex. But Fairy Tales.
They seem to have a lot of titles. I have a hard time keeping track of the titles themselves.
Oh, they had a bunch, man.
Yeah, they do a short run and then change the title, and it's pretty much the same book, but just a different title.
I tried to stay with the ones that were like 30 cents or under, like the 30 cents or 25-cent ones, just because of the age. There's another Scary Tales. Really cool. Monster busting through. I don't know who I'm going to do the research and figure out who the artists are.
Yeah, a lot of times they were pretty bad about giving credit to the cover artist.
Yeah, and then write them on the back of the board.
Rich, what was that one you had with a werewolf on the roof? Thing wanted to know what one that was. He says he needs it.
It's Monsters #9. That's Mike Zeck cover.
Okay. Monster Hunters #9.
Yeah, Monster Hunters #9.
Okay.
30 center. So, and then you got been trying to find these are Modern Comics, which Modern Comics was just reprints of Charlton, but Creepy Things. And then that creepy things. That one's, I don't know what's going on there, but it's pretty cool. But then you got, I found this. I had to have it. I love this movie as a kid.
Any of those Marvel movie adaptations, I love them.
Yeah, this one's sweet.
That's a good movie. It still stands up for when it was made.
But and then some of the books I've gotten offline, like this one's, I love this little chiller pocketbook and Man Thing.
Huh. That's neat.
Chris Claremont.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Wrote this and stuff. Yeah, it's actually a little 20 pence. It's a,
Oh, it's a
UK variant, yeah. Then you got like some Bernie Wrightson.
Oh yeah.
Getting those.
What story's in that chiller book, Rich? Is that Adventure into Fear story?
Save the Life of My Child.
Okay.
Marvel Digest series, number 18.
I wonder if it's what reprint it is.
Yeah, I think that's a reprint. I just couldn't. I wasn't sure if that was a reprint from the Man Thing first solo series or the Adventure into Fear, because they kind of transitioned.
It's in really good shape. Really good shape. And then I got some Twisted Tales, little Dave Stevens action.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then little Swamp Thing.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that one. It was number 2. I'm getting tidied up on my swamp things. And then you showed one earlier, so this is King Call.
That's his first appearance, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. I believe it is. But this was off of West Coast Avengers. Okay. I bought it off West Coast Avengers. But yeah, I've got plenty. Let me go through one more thing. These books have made their rounds. I had, people had been showing this bootleg Spider-Man. I know you got one, don't you, Eric?
Yeah, I got one in my pile somewhere.
Well, I got on their website, and bought everything they had in stock. So then I got bootleg Spider-Man number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought Steel Streets number 1.
Did you get that one?
And then I got Steel Streets number 2. And then I got You Sucker, or You're a Sucker, or something like that.
Like, what is this?
You're a Sucker. Yeah. Love that. And then I got the
There you go. Yeah. There it is.
See, mine's a mini one. I got a mini. And then light wood.
Okay. Did you use a coupon? Adam gave me a coupon they had for this weekend.
Oh, what? No. I ordered these like
a while ago
or something, man. It took like forever to get them.
Really? Wow.
But I didn't realize that they were minis. I thought they were all like like this one. Like
I think initially some of those Spider-Man spoof ones were. So I'm excited to read them after all our buddies have gotten them and read them and talked about them. Like, I gotta check this out.
So that'll be it for this one. If you want to do another round, I definitely got plenty.
Matt, do you got anything more?
Yeah, I got a little stack here.
All right.
The first one I've got is so I'm doing a bunch of autograph books for J&B Jabs Expensive Paper, and so Jay ended up sending me a gift of a Spanish.
Oh, nice!
That's a Spanish mini.
Yeah, that's
reprint of that
anniversary.
25th anniversary one there. So I didn't have that. I'm still looking for the right copy for the big version of that, and I don't have it. So this is the first one of those I've had. So that's cool. And the next 4 books are all me using the community for my bidding. Justin up at No Good Comics lives up in New Jersey next to Zap's Comics. So they always show what they're restocking their everything with. And so if they roll through their little flipping through and I see something I like, I screenshot it and send it to Justin. Like, hey, run down there real quick and grab this for me. Grab this.
Yeah,
grab this.
there you go.
So, the first thing I got was a book that his dad actually
let you have that.
So
Sweet,
yeah, I got
man.
that, and it was a newsstand. So yeah, I'm
That's
very very surprised that he let me have it, and it was
Nice.
only $2. So that
Wow.
was super cool. And then the other three are ones that I've been trying to find the right ones for the right price. It's the Masters of the
yeah.
Universe series.
Yes.
They had them, and number one was only $15. I
Okay,
thought
that's
that
not
was
bad.
fantastic. So
Yeah.
I've been holding out for newsstands, but I couldn't turn those away. So
Right.
got those. I'll do a little cleaning and pressing on those guys
That's
once
a good
I
set.
can get caught up. Yeah, I really like it. The last one that I've got, everybody who knows me, I have 2 Obsession covers. That is Uncanny X-Men number 207, and it's going to be Wolverine number 17. So I am trying to find a John Byrne cover signed of Wolverine 17. I've only seen one, and I missed out like a chump. I had a deal for about $50 on it, and I backed out because I just didn't know how trustworthy
You
this
didn't
guy
want it
was.
bad enough.
Yeah.
That's really what it ended up being. There's another one that just got listed on eBay, I think 2 days ago. It's already at almost $300, so
Ooh.
I'm out. I'm not going to be able to knock that one out,
Right.
unfortunately.
Wow.
But so one of the recent ones that I've got, I did get my Roy Thomas signed.
Nice.
Nice.
9.8. So that one is
9.8.
usually
Wow.
stuck up here next to the other couple that are hanging out there. There's a Klaus Janson and then a 9.8, another regular 9.8 that I did. So that is what I've got. That's the stuff that I love standing around losing time looking at.
Yeah.
All right. Time for the big pile.
All right.
Some of these I'm gonna speed through. Like this first big stack. Rich, I'm showing this because of you.
Okay.
And this is my mega deal of the month. I stopped the other day at my second LCS to grab, what was I going there for? Oh, it was Green Lantern Dark. I missed it at my regular stop, so I went in there to see if they have it. And this store always has dollar bins there, always. And then the guy is always refilling it, dumping. He gets collections. He doesn't care what he gets. He needs to move stuff. So if it's not like a really high-end book, like big prices and stuff, he just puts it in there. He don't care if it's $1 or not.
Wow.
This was my best deal in a long time, all for $1.
Oh man, don't tell me.
Nerdy.
Oh man.
Max.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, sir.
I
Oh,
found a
Nate.
run, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm buying them all."
Hell yeah.
I would too.
I know these high numbers you just don't see. I mean, is this nuts, Rich? I was just like, when I saw it, I was like,
I love it, man.
I looked
Yeah,
around
those
to
are
see if
awesome.
anybody's around me because I just
I'm
grabbed
still
it.
waiting to see if you have one I need.
Wow.
So did you just grab these and go up there and ask him if he'd take $1? Or
No,
like,
they
how
were
did-
in their dollar bins, and I asked him, I'm like, "Are you
Wow.
sure about this?" He's like, "Yeah, I just need to move them." It's a smaller store, so he doesn't. He
Nice.
tries not to hang on to stuff unless if it was like a $20 to $50 book, he said he would have saved it. But he's like, they're like $10 books. I mean, granted, still that's $10. Some of these I think were more, and he just didn't
Oh
care.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, what number is that one? That one's it's hard to read. 19.
19,
There's 20.
20. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, all the way up into the 20s. I think it was a 30 some issues series.
Yeah,
But
like
these ones
30,
right here.
35, I think, or something, 36.
So all the way up to
That-
25.
Man, that's
They never
awesome.
reprinted that, did they? They just did one printing of all of those, right?
Yeah.
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 So yeah, big stack for $1. So we'll have to talk, see if there's anything in there that you do need, Rich.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to check.
All right.
That's
And
awesome.
then so I just got this one the other day from Cheddar. I think this is a 3-issue series. He only had 1 and 2. So I'm gonna have to track down 3 if there's 3 of them. Superman versus Aliens. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, man.
That acid don't mean nothing against the Man of Steel.
Right.
Right.
I've been putting off getting that series for a long time, and I finally just broke down and got them. All right, these next couple are from today. I found these in a dollar bin. This was another one I saw that I went, first appearance of White Rabbit for $1. I had the instant buy. I've been looking for that one for a while.
Nice.
This one will probably make the rounds. Aunt May, it's Marvel team up Aunt May and Franklin Richards versus Galactus. So Galactus makes Aunt May a herald.
The Herald, yeah.
Golden oldie. Had to get it.
Yep, that's a must.
And then this one too, first appearance of Dr. Bong from Howard the Duck, number 15. Look at that villain. What?
Dr. Bong. I love that.
This is one of those series that makes me laugh. I mean, I was never a super huge Howard the Duck fan because when I was young, the movie came out.
Right.
Just like, what the heck is this? But I do like some of the comics. It's pretty
If
funny.
you read it, like I've said that to people because I like Howard the Duck, and one of the guys that at my LCS, Howard the Duck's his favorite character in all comics. And you know, we were talking about that one time I walked in, and I was picking up a couple of they had dollar bin Howard the Ducks, and a guy behind me was like, "Oh man, that's kind of garbage, isn't it?" I was like, "Actually, it's pretty funny if you read it. It's a pretty good series. The movie's not great, but the series is good."
Yeah, FOMO stuff for sure.
Right.
Another one I got today. Oh man, the price tag's on here. Let me take that off. Granted, I got a DL on this one. Action Comics. What number is this? This is 274 with Lois as Superwoman. Cool cover, really good shape too. I mean, this is one of those ones. A lot of Superman ones, they're total cover buys for me. I will read them, but I get them for Superman shorts and stuff like that. Now I showed off Thongor earlier. Well, here's Thongor's first appearance. I got this at Fan Expo, and man, this is such a high grade. I ended up getting this. This was sharp. A dealer that had half off on everything. So I paid $10 for this.
No, cool.
And it's high grade. So yeah.
Nice, yeah.
While at Fan Expo, I brought this little book and got a third signature on it. I got Michael Golden to sign this one. So I already got Art Adams on it, and Chris Claremont. Where did he sign it? Right there.
Up in there. Yeah. Okay.
Early appearance of Gambit.
Yep.
You can say first appearance here. It's a safe space.
Matt, you'll like these ones. You remember when I got this one?
I do. I was there.
That's awesome.
Long hunt for a nice copy of this. And I got this from Cheddar. He had it a couple times, and I couldn't pull the trigger a couple times, or I gave it that split second thought and somebody else was all over it. Finally, I was like, I'm getting that dang book. So
yeah, especially being a newsstand for sure.
Yeah, first appearance of Storm Shadow too. I tried to express my excitement to my wife when I got this. She didn't understand. Like Storm who?
I didn't end up fighting you for that one because that was one my brother and his wife, or my brother-in-law and his wife, got me for my birthday a couple years ago. That's sitting up on the wall. So I was able to slowly
working on. And now you know how you have your books that you buy multiple copies.
Maybe.
This might be my fifth copy of this one. First cover appearance of Major Blood, who is probably my favorite character in the G.I. Joe universe, solely because he was the first one I ever got. I was, I think, 10 years old when I got it from like a Kmart. My mom let me get him, and he's been my favorite ever since. I still have my original. He can't stand for nothing anymore, but and when I see this, I get it. I have so many copies of this; it's ridiculous. Awesome. Next one I got at the Fan Expo. This one's been on my wish list for a while. I don't have a lot of creepy. Number 37, mainly because it is a Bigfoot / Yeti cover. It's one of those things that if it's on the cover, I'm going to get it. I love Bigfoot covers for some reason. And I like this one. He's like, man, you coming up in my mountain. I love those. I love the stories in those too, with the artwork and the black and white. Okay, a couple more. Not comic book, but comic related. This is kind of a little sneak peek. People that know, they know. This is something behind the scenes that some of the community members are working on. It's the Marvel multi-universe RPG that they have. Came out a couple of years ago, interesting system. You can either play superheroes or make your own, which, let's admit it, we all like.
That's cool.
Making
Right.
our own.
Yeah, that's cool.
Also, not something a little bit different. Going back to the 80s, I want to take him out of here. Been looking for this guy forever.
There you go.
Fisto from Masters of the Universe.
Yep.
I don't have a lot of Masters of the Universe left anymore, but this was one that's been, had him as a child, don't know what happened to him, and I've been looking for him forever. Either he doesn't have his full breastplate, or he's missing the sword, which he's got his sword. So I got a full complete Fisto. I think his name is ridiculous just because he's got a big fist.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, the joke is he fists good.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I also picked up this. Now, I haven't opened this yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to. Look at the beauty of Zombie Wolverine. Now, I found this at Half Price Books, so I got this for such a steal. I looked it up for what they had priced, and it was like less than half of what it's going for on eBay. I was like, oh, yeah, we need to get that. My wife actually bought this for me as an early anniversary gift. So happy anniversary, honey. Here's a Zombie Wolverine. But yeah, this is, this was a
That's cool.
Exclusive. They had a couple in the line. So yeah,
Who put that one out?
I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, but yeah, very cool. And then last, I got one last thing. This is the FOMO Squad's project book. I don't know if I showed this off. Billy Ray Cyrus, Marvel. Yeah, I've read this. It's very interesting, I'll say. I mean, Billy Ray travels through time to the Middle Ages, fights knights and stuff. I can't remember.
Believable.
Yeah, believable.
Very, very believable.
But yeah, our little project is all of us are getting this, and we're going to, at the same time next year at Heroes, submit it to CGC, and we have a little contest of who's going to get the highest grade of Billy Ray Cyrus comic book.
No pressing and grading allowed? Or no pressing and cleaning allowed?
I don't know if we actually ever said anything about that. I think we were going to try and press and clean them, but I don't think we should. And on top of just the book, I got some lovely souvenir photos of Billy Ray to put on the refrigerator. So yeah, that's our little project contest that we're doing at Heroes next year. We'll see. Yeah, I'll have to double check with the guys. What are we doing? Are we pressing and cleaning this? Because I think, Matt, you might get some from.
Yeah, I think they were going to set it up to where Jeff was going to get one, Jason at Archivist Drift, then me and Johnny.
And then Johnny. Yeah, and we're going to see who gets the best grade. And I just want to see the reaction of CGC when we all come up with the same book. And they're going to be like, oh, my God, there's a rush on Billy Ray Cyrus.
The census is going to go from 0 to 4 in one weekend, and no one's going to know why.
All right, that's all I got. Does anybody else have anything they want to show off before we get out of here tonight?
Yeah, there was one I was, Matt had showed some original art, so I had this one set aside. And it's not, the book itself isn't special, but the Free Comic Book Day last year, artist, he doesn't do comic book art for any of the publishers. He's independent, but his art is excellent. His Filipino guy's name is Errol C. He's out of Austin, Texas, and he is friends with the guys that run my LCS. So he comes up and he'll do, he sells his prints. But I like to pick up blank covers, and in the hopes that I'll find an artist that I really like and do a piece. So I had this blank Moon Knight #1 from just a couple of years ago, but he did this in like 50. Wow. I mean, it took him a couple hours, and you can see it's kind of monochromatic. He only uses like gray and like beige, but
I like it as a wraparound too.
Yeah, and I didn't ask him to do that. I was like, well, I've got this. He's like, yeah, I've never drawn Moon Knight. That'd be cool. And so I was like, well, all right, well, what do you charge? And it was agreeable price for us, a one of one sketch cover. And then he said, I said, I'm local. He said, okay, it's going to take me a little bit to do what I really want to do. Is that cool with you? I said, yeah, just leave it with the guys. They'll put it in my pull box and I'll come get it later. And he texted me later, and I'll bring it up here again. This thing it's just, I mean, and then
so
of course
cool.
he signed it there, on the side where my hand is in red. That's the only color really that he uses to
I like
stand
that
out.
it's red. It pops then,
You're right. Yeah. And anyway, I'm kind of showing this to kind of plug. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but plug something I'm doing in the future. I'm working with him to. I want to do an interview with him on a live stream, and kind of bring some spotlight attention to some of those artists that might not get it, otherwise, because we gotta keep these guys around. So anyway, check him out on Instagram. Errol C Art is his IG handle. But yeah, that was something that that's probably one of my favorite books, and it's as far as the story goes, it's only worth the cover price. It's $4 book, but that's one of my house fire books.
Okay, cool, cool,
nice.
All right. Anybody else have any last minute little fun things they want to show off? Otherwise, we can get to plug-in stuff. Since Coach plugged that, does anybody have anything that they want to plug? Maybe Rich, you got anything that you want to plug coming up?
Yeah. Let's see. This Wednesday, I haven't decided if it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing a new stream. It's just me, and it's going to be called Geeking Out With, and then ... type thing, and then whatever the guest is. And the whole premise of the show is going to be whatever the guest wants to geek out about. So if there's certain books they want to read and talk about, we'll do that. If it's a movie they want to talk about, if it's other types of collections they pick up other than comics, it's just whatever they want to geek out about.
Okay.
So it's going to be, and my first guest is going to be Dave from Garage Geek, and he's a good first guest. So what he came up with, because I really want to try to leave it up to the guest of what they want to geek out about. And he wants me to read 5 different Charlton horror books, and he's going to read 5 different ones, and we're just going to
talk about them.
Yeah. And like I said, that's something new midweek, something to do midweek, type thing. And I've been trying to figure out what else I wanted to do besides do regular videos and everything.
Something new. Want to do something
new?
Explore,
something fun. Yeah, a little fun. And it's an interview show without being an interview show. Just kind of hang out and just geeking out.
Open dialogue.
I still can't get over when you were showing what were the little glass turtle things.
yeah, I love that. When we was doing that stream, I afterwards Dave was telling me, he was like, "Man, you killed me when you started showing those little power frog things." And I was like, "Dude, that's why I did it, man. I wanted to hit you from left field, man. I wanted to bring those out of nowhere and just be like, bam, because I knew you wouldn't be like, what the hell are those things?"
Now I know. I mean, if you didn't know, now you know.
And it's some of the stupid stuff that you collect, and like I said, I've always been a collector of different things. And I told him, I said, fortunately, I've gotten rid of a lot of them, but I used to collect like early century lamps, those glass lamp type things. I used to have a living room
glass and stuff like that, right?
I used to have a living room full of that shit. So I mean, but I've gotten rid of a lot of it. So, but but other than that, this coming Saturday, the 6th, on the live show, Chaco and I, we're going to be doing an interview with an artist called Kiss Kiss.
Okay.
If Chaco's in the comments still, he's got more info on it. It's an artist that he really likes and stuff, and And so we'll be advertising that and posting pictures and looking
more
forward to
more hashtag Chanko likes hot chicks.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Coach was saying, just wanting to showcase some newer artists and stuff, and artists that we both like. So, fortunately, Chanko has been able to get responses from the people he's been reaching out to, but the people I've been reaching out to are they haven't said no, so that means I can keep asking. So that's how I
keep
look
pestering. Be that
Yeah.
squeaky wheel.
But that's about it for what's coming up with me. So
Okay. I'm gonna go back to you, Coach. What do you got going on besides you said you wanted to do that interview, but anything else?
Yeah.
Any appearances?
So I've got a couple of things that in the works. I really want to do some interviews with. I'm trying to get responses now from people at each of the bigger grading companies and maybe some of the smaller ones. I want to do pros and cons of grading, and why is CBCS different than CTC at a base level. Grading is grading, and there's it's very diverse and divisive, but CBCS happens to be local to me, their headquarters. So I'm going to start I'm trying to get someone to answer me back about that. And then I've also got another product review video coming up about displaying comics. So keep a lookout for that. That'll probably be my next one. And then other than that, just your normal everyday stuff and showing up on whoever's stream will have me.
Yeah.
Cool. Matt, you had a stream today. It was like a meeting of nations almost. You guys gonna do some more of that? You got more pressing videos coming out?
I hope me and Johnny get back together again. I was on Johnny's comic stuff this afternoon, and I just get random requests here and there, and I just jump in whenever anybody reaches out. As far as the upcoming week, Tuesday, the FOMO Squad got a killer guest coming on, and looking forward to hearing that. And then Saturday night at 9, I'll be with Brandon over at Mon Comics, but he's going to have the Comics Curing Cancer crew is all going to be on his show Saturday night on his Big 5 Live. So those are the two big things that are on the calendar right now for me this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I left Johnny a comment, Matt. One of you two guys need to do a hopping video. I want to see.
Yeah, I think Johnny. No, I guess he did it on a live show on a Sunday afternoon, so he might not have a video on that. But yeah, he and I we spent a good bit of time talking about that after the show was over this afternoon too.
Cool.
Different techniques and different stuff. So, and the next video I'll have coming out, I purposely taken time because it's a frustration video with CGC, and I'm just not wanting to come off as a child. So I'm just trying
too negative.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, as you said, Tuesday with the FOMO Squad, we got a big guest coming on that was one of the creators of this Superman, Kryptonite one that just came out, and then. Let's see. I might have a bonus video from Fan Expo coming out. My last one from last week was so big with the haul that I had to split it up. I actually have more of these guys that I picked up. It's probably the most figures that I've ever got at a con. I usually stick to like one. I threw that out the window. So I kept finding ones that I've been looking for. So in one place, I think I got more than one at them. So because they gave me a deal, I'm like, okay, I'll take them both type of thing. So I probably eventually got that one coming. Next Sunday, I am appearing on I Have Comic Issues show, and he's doing basically a straight up interview. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think with the holiday weekend, my wife did mention that she said this, and I wish I had recorded this. She said that we, meaning both of us, need to do a video. I was like, there may be a who's that in the future, or something. She
love to see Mary in one.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff that she comes up with. I mean, Human Furnace It has stuck. That is canon now in this household. Between that and Great Friend, they're both canon. Sorry to DC and Marvel lovers of those characters. It's Geoforce and Human Torch. So we got that coming up. But yeah.
Eric, are you going to do another drawing video anytime?
Yes, thank you, Matt, for reminding me. I do have one that I recorded. I have some stuff recorded already, like in the bank that I just haven't got to, and that's one of them. It's
Cool.
Nate's artwork that I did for him for Heroes. So that's I'm going to try and edit that same thing, showing the whole process from start to finish, try to keep it into an hour. And that'll be that last one for that. And then I need to get back into figuring out what I want to do art-wise. I like Rich, I'm trying to come up with some more ideas too. Because I always have ideas, and it's just a matter of how am I going to do it
how to implement them. Yeah.
The art thing is one of them. I want to figure out a way that I can do something a little bit quicker than an hour, 2 hours drawing. And then also I got something in the works that may be a new weekly show. This is monthly, but I'm thinking about doing a weekly show, but that's much shorter, almost like a what's new review type of thing. What came out that you read that you're excited about? Give a quick review type of thing. So that's something I'm playing with.
We need to have a draw hangout too.
Yes, yeah, and when that's the
I
other
love
thing.
those.
I got to do a draw thing, and I know you're on the list. I think Stevie D's on the list. Adam. There's a ton of community artists that I'd love to just hang out with and just create. Bigby, is another one.
Bigby,
get on there. So we'll see. Lots of ideas. I write these ideas down in my notebook, and it's just a matter of figuring out how to pull them off that they're not super long and boring or quick. Not like, okay, this guy's been drawing this head forever. So we'll see. That's kind of in the future. Because I am actually coming up on my anniversary pretty soon.
Cool.
Just over a month. It'll be my anniversary, 2 years, I think.
Nice, man.
I have to double check, but it doesn't seem like it's
man.
Fast. Yeah, it's gone fast. But I'm like, man, I feel like I just started. So, well, all right, guys. Thanks for coming on. You guys that are watching in the chat, either now or later in the rewind, make sure you guys go down in my show notes. I'll have links to everybody here that you can check out. Go sub them up, and make sure you check out the CBCA awards. Many of us are in there for been nominated and made it to the finalists. So even if it's not any of us, go check out all the other creators. Show some love.
Yes,
that's the best thing about that awards thing is you get to discover new content. I mean, there's so much content out there now. I can't watch all of it and make my own. It's like. But it's neat to be introduced. Like
it's a good problem to have too.
It is a good
problem.
And I mean,
if you've got a couple hours, you're like,
I love being introduced to new creators and new content to check out and see. And it's one of those things that I think more is better. It's like you said, good problem to have. So, but make sure you do that. Check out these guys, and that is all we got for you guys today.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, you guys.
I can't wait to be the three-time returning champ. So I can't wait for that.
Pretty soon you'll get the machine gun.
Hey, I'm getting my double bell before you get that, Rich.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us live. But let me find my banners so we can get out of here. And guys, have a good night. Happy questing out there, and we will see you later.
Take it easy.